Hey, and here we are live. Awesome. Happy Friday and welcome to my very first interview for Life Sculpting Pathways. I'm Sherry Quarnstrom, your host, and my guest today is my dear friend Rachel Cooley, angel therapy practitioner, mentor, and certification trainer. But before we get started, I'd like to give you a little background on how Rachel and I know each other and why we're having this interview here today. Rachel and I met in 2018 at a women's event, and after that, we both of us moved forward with our lives and our businesses, following each other here and on Facebook and keeping in touch from time to time. You know, life is so busy these days that it took a little bit of a while to us to take a leap of faith and step into something that I never ever would have considered doing or wanted to do. So of course I questioned it and asked my spirit, my angels, my guides in the universe, is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure? And for those of you who don't know me that well, I'm an intuitive guide and I work closely with my angels and spiritual guides. And so thinking that I had surely misunderstood, I went to them for confirmation and guidance. And Archangel Michael is one of my everyday go-to angels. And I asked him, is this really what you want me to do? Thinking that he'll tell me, oh no, and all the while thinking he would laugh and tell me, go back and ask again. Instead, Michael came over to me, took me by the hand like a little child, looked me in the eye and said, you're going to need more support with this. You need to call Rachel. Now, if you'd like to know a little more about what that challenge is and how I've dealt with it, you can find it coming soon on my Life Sculpting page, and it's right here on Facebook, and I'll post the link after this interview today. And it's a new page, so please bear with my construction. And the video play for this recording, for this interview, will be posted there as well. So please check it out, like and follow to give it a good kickoff, if you would. Meanwhile, I did call Rachel that very day, and that was over a year ago. And now I've been on an incredible journey with her and the angels and archangels that has been amazing, uplifting, transformational. And, Michael was so right. Stepping outside of your comfort zone in any way is always going to be a challenge. But it's necessary for our personal growth and sometimes just to get through, to survive wherever we are. And it's much easier to do that and much more fun with support. And that and so much more are what Rachel offers. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my dear friend, Rachel Cooley. Let me get that on gallery view so we can be here together. Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you, Sherry. I'm so thrilled to be here, and what an honor to be here, sister, for your first interview. I am so excited.
So I would like to tell them a little bit about you before we get going too much. Rachel is a divine feminine leader who brings the angelic light of hope to the world as she rose from the trauma of an ancestral escape from the Armenian genocide. How difficult would something like that be? How much trauma and energy would you carry? And she transformed her family's generational fear, struggle, and strife on her spiritual journey with the angels to reclaim her valued place in the world. And she has now served her soul's purpose for over 24 years as an angel therapy practitioner, mentor, and certification trainer, helping others to follow their divine guidance and receive their birthright blessings with the angels to thrive in a miraculous life beyond their greatest challenges. She currently supports women to embrace their blessings in her 12-month angel sanctuary journey and to make a divine impact in the world as angel mentors in her certification training program. She invites you to open and receive angelic empowerment and uplift your life in the world. And she's here today as our special guest to tell us about her experience with all of the angels and how it all began and how you can enjoy that same support and guidance. And a little angel whispered in my ear this morning that if you stay till the end, she's even going to offer you an awesome free gift. So again, welcome, Rachel.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. I'm so just moved by everything you just shared, and wow.
I'm so grateful to have you here, and you've been such a big part of my life for the last year, and getting to know you better and deepen our friendship has been really huge, and to deepen my connection with the angels has been huge as well. And the group dynamic is incredible and uplifting for everyone there. So just such an amazing experience all the way around.
Yes. All of us in the Angelic Sanctuary journey, it's such a blessing for each one of us, sisters. So powerful. I'm blessed as well leading you all. It's amazing.
Oh, of course. We have a beautiful time together every time we meet.
Yes.
So, Rachel, let's jump right in. Are you ready for that?
I am. Let's jump in, Sherry.
Okay. So tell us how you got started working in the angelic realm.
So I started working with the angelic realm. It was a segue from my spiritual path. My mom introduced me to spirituality in my late teens and early 20s. She was seeking understanding for some challenges in her own life, and so she sought out spirituality. And she started sharing with me, Sherry, about the things she was learning, the teachers she was learning from. And I started being really inspired by it. And I realized at times when I was stressed out and worried, and then she shared with me some of the things she was learning, it really helped me to have more peace of mind. So then I happily, isn't that great? I happily went on my spiritual path, and part of my spiritual path led me to meeting more spiritual friends, and they started giving me gifts of angel books, angel statues. I even received a deck of my first angel cards when I graduated from college, and I know there was no accident. What was that?
So you knew something was coming.
Something was coming, but it was interesting. In hindsight, I see it more clearly, all the threads. And at the time, I was just kind of like going with the flow.
Right.
But what happened that launched me into really being on my spiritual path was being introduced to an angel book at a time when I was really stressed out and worried. And I'd just gotten out of an unhealthy relationship. And a friend of mine shared about an angel book. And I just, something about the angels, even though I'd already had those other books, really resonated with me. And I just started going down the path of the angels, which led me to an angel talk where I heard an inspiring speaker. And then I heard her speak. I had her sign my book. I left to go to lunch, and I had the inspiration and the guidance within me, Sherry, to go back to speak to her, which I did. And then she shared with me about an angel class she had coming up. Actually, it was in Orange County, and I'm here in the Bay Area. And on full faith, I knew I was meant to be there. And it was later that same year, which was in 1999, that I took my first certification trainer to become an angel therapy practitioner.
Awesome. Totally divinely guided.
Totally divinely
all the way around. It's wonderful when it works out that way, isn't it?
Yes. So beautiful.
So I understand that you had an almost accident, as we call it. Tell us about that and how your angels saved your life in that experience.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was totally miraculous. So what happened was, Sherry, that happened in 98. It actually was a year before I really went on my path of the angels, which I know the timing was no accident. But what happened was, it was November, it was Thanksgiving weekend. I had just been visiting with my brother, Mark, with my mom. We had driven from the Bay Area to Ashland, Oregon, which is like the very furthest southern city in Oregon. On the way back, coming into California, which is very mountainous, outside of Dunsmuir, what happened was the weather conditions dramatically changed, and all of a sudden the road turned to black ice. And what happened was, I
really treacherous. You've never been on black ice.
I know. And then adding in the black ice was crazy. And so what happened was I lost control of the car. And in my sheer panic, I was sliding on the ice. My instinct was to brake. And I know you're not supposed to, but I braked.
But it always is.
Right, it always is. And that was my fear response. And then I heard, actually right before I heard her voice, my angel, I had a calm feeling come over my body. I had this calmness come despite the intensity, despite that I was sliding. And I heard her voice in my left ear, and she said, "Get your foot off the brake." And I thought, what in my mind? Again, calm feeling, get your foot off the brake. This time I listened. I took my foot off the brake, and I feel, Sherry, and I know she helped to guide me next, because I went from 2 lanes over to the left, to the right side of the road, and into a snowbank, and we were perfectly safe. Did not hit another car,
Wow. That's amazing in itself.
It was
Because you have no control at all when that happens.
I have no control, letting go, and I know she helped me, and because it was not our time. It was not our time. And we were saved. And then people stopped to help us, and I was able to actually, before the people stopped to help us, it was right next to a truck stop. This is before everyone had a cell phone. So I was able to go to the payphone at the truck stop to call AAA.
Wow.
Another miracle.
And a perfect opportunity to introduce themselves to you in a more personal way.
I know. It was amazing.
So amazing. Yeah. And you know, it sounds like such a simple thing. So what I want to ask you about was that sometimes people really expect their message to come big, booming, loud, you know, big, amazing things. And generally, I found that most of our direction comes quietly and gently, yes. And especially in a time of emergency or trauma, because the idea is to calm you. So yes. Can you speak about that just a little bit?
Absolutely. I agree with you completely, right? Because the angels, when they're with us, they bring us blessings. They bring us calm. They bring us their peaceful, healing energy. And despite intense situations, they help us to feel at peace. Yep. That is a pure sign of divine guidance. That's when you know it's of God, it's of the angels, it's of the divine, of the beautiful realms here to support us. And it's when we're feeling the opposite that we're not connected to our divine guidance and we're not connected to God and the angels. If we're feeling stressed out and worried and overwhelmed and there's intensity, right? But then we can call upon that support to help us to come to peace and to calm.
And when it comes, notice that, hey, this didn't just happen. There's somebody there for you and with you.
There's somebody there for you. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
So did this experience help you to propel? Well, before that, was this the first time that you heard the angels speak to you?
It was. It was the first time I really heard the angels speak to me that I remember, that I'm aware of. For all I know, I heard them also when I was a little girl, but that was like as an adult, like, yes, that was amazing. Her voice was calm, clear as a bell in my left ear.
Right.
Like she was right there with me.
And something you'll never forget, for sure.
Never forget. Never forget.
So is that what propelled you forward into learning more about the angelic realm?
It was definitely a big factor, but I have to say it segued. It was amazing timing because it did lead within months to me going further. But the next step on my path was getting out of the unhealthy relationship that I was in that was off and on. This person, he did not support my spirituality at all. And I knew I had to get out. Because how could I, a person of such faith in spirituality, be in a relationship with someone that doesn't support that? So I got out of that relationship, and it was when I was getting out and I was in the muck and the mire of, should I go back? Should I not? And I got, no, don't go back. And a friend of mine told me about the angel book that I referred to earlier, and that was the next significant step. The angels are here to help you.
And I know they helped you get through that process.
They do.
To survive, you know, it's tough. It's tough trying to decide whether to stay or go in a relationship.
Right. And really, the divine brought a situation where it was like I cannot continue in this relationship situation.
Right, and because it's blocking your work.
Right. What was that?
Because it would block your work. It's counterproductive to the energy that you need to be in and live in. And exactly. So that's amazing. All of that together is, you know, such a bigger experience than it sounds like. Oh, I heard an angel voice. Get your foot off the brake. So.
I know. It was beyond that, right? It was like
much bigger.
Led to the next. Absolutely. I got out of that relationship, heard about the book, and then the rest is like boom, so beautiful. And I also cleared the pathway energetically, Sherry, and inspiration ladies as well, so I could meet the person I'm meant to be with.
Yep, divine synchronicity all around.
Divine synchronicity all around, and it was that was in '99, and it was in January 2000 that I met my husband Ben, and we'll be married this June for 22 years.
Wow, that was quick too.
Yeah.
To bring you, all you had to do was have faith and follow the guidance, and then everything fell into place. That's beautiful.
Yes, so beautiful.
Okay, so let's change directions a little bit.
Yes.
Can you tell the people listening how you work with the angels through the clairs, and to start that, can you maybe explain a little bit about what the clairs are for those that may not be familiar?
Yes, let's start out with that. So there's four main clairs, which are the four main ways to receive divine guidance from the angels. And we all have the capacity to have all four. But most people tend to have a primary and a secondary clair or way of getting divine messages. And they are through our seeing, through our feelings, through knowing, and hearing. So all of those ways, right, Sherry, they're all ways to get messages. So let's give some examples. So a feeling, right? Having that feeling, like I talked about my story of sliding on the ice, I had that calm feeling come over me. That is a way of getting a divine message through that calm feeling. It's also really connected to your gut feelings, right?
Yep.
Right? Whether it's a yes, this is good, or no, get out of here. Trust your gut feelings, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It can literally save your life, as you know.
Absolutely. Yes, I know that. Yes, totally. And then we have knowing. This is where you get a divinely inspired idea and inspiration. You suddenly know what to do. That's an example of getting messages through your knowing. We also have, we talked about feeling, knowing, seeing. Through seeing, this could be with your eyes open or your eyes closed. This could be seeing an angel feather right after you had said a prayer to your angels to help you.
Absolutely. It can be seeing in your mind's eye,
right.
Getting a vision or a memory, all kinds of things. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about how you use those in your work.
The way how I use those in my work is I bring them the clairs in and helping women with their intuition in my Angelic Sanctuary Journey program, my group program that you're in, right, Sherry? To support women in that theme of that month when we tap into divine guidance to help women to have more confidence in knowing, one, how am I getting my messages, and two, trusting in those messages when you receive them.
Yes, right? Absolutely. And you do that so gracefully and so beautifully, Rachel.
Thank you.
And, sometimes it's so subtle. Sometimes we don't want to, it's just me, I'm just making it up. And to share a funny experience I had, and I don't even remember what it was about knowing, but it was something that my guides were telling me and I was disagreeing. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. But when knowing comes, there's no argument.
There's no argument.
Just kind of like, okay, you try, but there's no, it's pure truth fact.
It is pure truth. Absolutely, absolutely.
It's not my most common, but it is my most favorite because it's so clear.
It's so clear, and it's so beautiful, and it's so divinely guided. It's so good.
And it's fun. Working with the angels is fun.
Not
only is it helpful and beneficial, it's fun.
It is fun, isn't it, Sherry? I love it.
It really is.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is. And it makes your life fuller every day. And you're in the car and you've got all kinds of folks there with you.
Exactly. They're hanging out with us.
I used to take walks and I'd be talking to the angels and people would look at me funny. Now they just think I'm on my cell phone.
Oh, that's so fun. I love it. It's all good. It's like, that's okay. They can think what they want.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I just wanted to share that I noticed that Lydia is listening in and she shared our video, our live.
Oh, awesome.
And your friend, AI or AJ?
AJ, okay.
AJ?
Awesome.
Yeah. So welcome, everyone. We're happy you're here with us.
We are. It's good to have you. And for those who will be listening later, we're happy to have you too. And very excited. And you'll also be eligible for the free gift at the end.
That's right.
So, Rachel, what are some of the other ways that the angels might communicate with us?
Yes, so we talked about feeling, we talked about knowing, we talked about seeing, and also the example in my story, Sherry, about hearing. I heard the divine guidance from my angels, right? I heard that message. I heard her speak to me in my left ear. This also could be overhearing a conversation and hearing something that you're meant to hear. It's a divine message. It could be hearing a song at a particular poignant moment. It could be, scrolling through YouTube or Facebook and you hear a message in a video that's meaningful to you. These are all ways of getting divine guidance.
Yep. And they're always unique and special to you when they happen.
They are.
you'll know it. It's kind of like, okay, who's been listening in on my secrets or in my thoughts, you know?
Like, then you know it really is them because they know, right?
Because they know, and you know that nobody else knows. So.
I know, it's so cool. And I wanted to add in, Sherry, because we talked about how I talk about the clairs and the sanctuary, and I also go a lot more in depth with that with my Angel Mentor Certification Program, and I'll be launching the next one later this summer. So that's where we do a deep dive with the angels, and we go really in depth. And Lydia has been in my course a number of times, that program, to learn, even hone in even more on the way you get your messages from your angels, and then to bring those messages through to support your loved ones, to support your clients, and they also do angel readings as well.
And I'd like to add into that this is a program that works for any woman, whether you are starting your own spiritual business or your own non-spiritual business, that's, you know, or whether you're there because you're going through something really difficult in your life and you just need support and help with.
Yes.
Anything that you need help with, the angels are there for you.
Absolutely. And then we're together in our beautiful sisterhood, supporting each other and receiving the blessings and the upliftment and the clearings with the angels, and learning how to incorporate them more into your life.
And I tell you, when Michael sent me to you, I realized I had so much more going on in my life that it was a little bit crazy and chaotic and just, you know, a lot of shifts going on.
Yes.
And it really helps you to identify, you know, put things in order and figure it out and you know, just get your act together a little bit more.
Totally.
And you do it and one of my favorite things about the group, Rachel, is the being able to support the other women. Because we've all been there before. We've all been in a place of pain, a place of challenge, a place of wherever they are. And to see the struggle on their face and hear it in their voice and feel it in their hearts, and to be able to say something to let them know that you know their pain and you're here for them, to see their face light up by the end of the call, oh, here go my tears, is really heartwarming.
Yes.
And just enriching to everybody there. And by the end of the group, the end of the class that day, we're like, yeah, cool. I see that smile. I see you over there.
I saw that shoot. I know. So beautiful.
It's so much fun. So Rachel, do we need to do anything to receive these great benefits and blessings from the angels?
Well, there's a key. I'm getting hot and cold. Now I'm back to cold. To receive the blessings from the angels, well, it is really important, Sherry and everyone, to give them permission to help us.
Yeah.
Because we have free will, and because we have free will, we need to ask for their help.
And otherwise, they're going to be sitting over there going, oh, this is going to be nasty. I really wish they'd let me help you.
Exactly. Let me help you. Let me help you.
Let me help you. But they are bound by that. I have something that I add into my request of the angels, and that's like, please help me when I forget to ask.
Yeah.
When I don't know to ask, when I don't know that I need help. Yes. Some of those are the times that you need them the most. Absolutely. So I put that out there so that they know, hey, I want you in my life. I need your help, and I'm anxious and grateful for it. So
isn't that beautiful? It's so amazing.
Okay, so also, Rachel, there was a time when I felt a little guilty for asking for help from the angels. After all, there's so many people out there that needed help more than I, and I was feeling like I was bugging them, maybe for insignificant things, or even though they felt important to me. So are the archangels, are the angels in general, ever too busy to help or ever bothered by us asking?
No, they are not ever bothered by us asking, and we are never taking them away from anyone else. Isn't it amazing? Because they have no time and space restrictions. They can be with all of us simultaneously, worldwide and beyond, every single moment. So,
and it's what they're there for. They love it. They want to do it.
They want to do it. It is their joy to do it.
Again, they don't want to be sitting there going, wow, I wish you'd let me help you.
I know. It's like, please give me permission to help you. Right? They love it. And you will never take your angels away from anyone else, or you can never ask for help for too many times. Yeah. They love us unconditionally. They are completely egoless. So they don't hold judgment upon us for anything. They are amazing, and we're so grateful for them.
They are. And can you please share with us about the distinctions between angels and archangels and even the guardian angels?
Yes. Okay, so the angels are the messengers of God. And the word angels comes from the word angelos, which is in Greek. So our angels are the messengers of God, and so the angels in general are here to help us with anything and everything. The archangels, they are the chief messengers of God. And they are even more powerful than the angels and our guardian angels, which I'll share about in a little bit. So they all have specialties, such as Archangel Michael. His amazing specialty is protection as well as life purpose. And he supports us in these ways. He also helps us with technology. There's so many ways that he can help us. And then Raphael, his specialty is healing, right? So they all have their specialties, although they do have capacity, of course, to do so many more things than beyond what their roles are. But they are amazing. The guardian angels, we all have 2 or more guardian angels with us in our lives, no matter whether or not you've been aware of them or not, everyone.
Yeah.
2 or more guardian angels always by your side to support you, assigned to you for your entire life.
And how wonderful that is.
So wonderful.
And you should meet them and introduce yourselves to them.
Exactly.
They already know you, but you need to get to know them better.
Yes, and then give them permission to help you. And I do want to share one more thing around the permission piece, Sherry. Similar to that story where I shared about when I was sliding on the ice, I didn't literally ask for help in that moment because I was so panicked.
Right.
So that is the exception to free will. If it is not your time, the angels, the divine will intervene.
They will step in. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I have another long story on that about my mom and I will do a video of that and post it in the life sculpting page as well. Because it's a little bit too long for today. Because there are times when you don't know, just all of a sudden you find yourself in peril. And in that instant, same situation, absolute calm.
Yes. Yes.
And everything changed.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. You're like, all of a sudden you realize, uh-oh, this is serious.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're completely at peace.
That's
amazing.
Like,
that's kind of weird.
That's
strange.
That's
in a very wonderful way. Yes.
I love it. That's so powerful.
Is it important to know the name of our guardian angels, Rachel?
I would say it's nice to know, but it's not important. It's not necessary to know. And that's one of the things that I support women with in my programs and in my one-on-one work as well, is helping you to get connected to your guardian angels.
And here's a side note that we haven't talked about, so it may be interesting to you. Also, people that you were connected to, just like you have people now, one of the things you can feel is intuition, right?
Yes.
Back and forth. But when this incident happened with me, my angels were apparently busy that day or whatever. The angel that was, I think the situation actually was that he was most suited for the situation.
He was most suited, absolutely, because angels are never too busy.
I know. That's just a thing that I say sometimes, so that's why I had to correct it right away.
That's okay. Yeah.
Is that this was a guardian angel of a dear sister friend of mine.
Oh.
And that stepped in and saved my mom and my life that day.
That's incredible.
And so when you're in need, they will show up for you.
They will show up.
You know, whoever is the most suited for that situation.
Yes.
So now,
exactly.
Rachel, I understand that archangels have never been embodied as humans on the earth. Is that correct?
Well, it is correct that angels have not actually been in physical form. However, I want to note that there is an exception to that, and that in particular, Archangel Michael has been known to embody into a human body for a temporary time to help out with a situation. Usually it's an intense situation, and as soon as it's resolved, he's gone.
Yeah.
Without a trace.
And that's really interesting too when that happens. So yeah, that is a big exception that I even forget about that too.
Right, absolutely. It's really miraculous that Michael will step in. He'll come into the rescue in a situation. He can also do that without embodying, right, temporarily. Depends on the situation, but there's many stories of him showing up and helping people and then disappearing as soon as the situation is resolved.
That's right. And that's just so mind-blowing and amazing.
It is. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Rachel, where can people learn a little bit more about you? Have you done any writings, written a book or something like that?
I have. I am a co-author in a book, everyone, and it's called 365 Days of Angel Prayers. And awesome. That is available on Amazon. And I am a co-author of that book. And it's an uplifting book with prayers for every day of the year. And I am in 5 of the prayers that I wrote and co-wrote with another angel sister. 5 prayers in there. 3 I channeled through, and then 2 I wrote with her. Her name is Kamiko.
Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. I can't wait to read it.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Now, if you need to call on an angel in a certain situation, say you have something come up, you're lost, you're scared, or, your situation even, how do you call upon them? How do you ask for their help? Okay, so there's a number of ways to do this. Number 1, the main thing is to ask for help, right, when you're thinking about it. And it could be angels. It could be more specific. Angels, please help me. It could be more dialed in. Thank you, angels, for helping me now, bringing an affirmative prayer. Thank you, angels, for helping me now. And it could be even more specific. Thank you, angels, for helping me to have more peace of mind so that I can receive your divine guidance more clearly. But the whole point is to remember to ask. Remember, ask, and it could even be, if anyone's there, can you help me? Right. That'll work too. And they will come, if you have someone with you and you need something that's not their specialty, they'll still help you. Exactly. It's gladly. Absolutely. It's beautiful. So good. Now, and I've noticed that they have a great sense of humor. Yes. And they use that all the time to help you with your stress and to calm you down. They do. It's really interesting. It's really funny sometimes. You can be in the worst difficult circumstance, just about to, just be totally consumed by it. Yes. And the next thing you know, something will happen that'll make you giggle. Isn't and it's amazing? Like, okay, taking myself too serious, Exactly, because they want us to lighten up. Yeah. Because things are intense. Granted, things are intense, but when we lighten up and we have more joy and radiance in us, we see more divine solutions more easily that the angels are guiding us to. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Get out of any funk or heaviness or anxiety or stress. They are amazing at that. Absolutely. And we are so grateful and so blessed by that. So tell us about your greatest passion when you're working with the angels. My greatest passion when working with the angels is to bring the blessings that I've received to others, and particularly the women in my programs and my Angelic Sanctuary Journey and my certification program as well, my one-on-one clients, and also the women in my Angel Sisterhood group on Facebook, right, in varying degrees depending on the way I work with them. But it's my passion and joy to bring the blessings of the angels so more people learn about them and know about them, and also to experience the healing, the blessings, and the miracles that come when we do the deep work with the angels. As you know, Sherry, my main forte is angelic prayer, right, teachings, and also leading women through angelic clearing and healing experiences so they can tap into these blessings, and of course teaching about the angels as well. And I love it every time, and it really uplifts me so much. And you do it so beautifully, Rachel. And one thing that I've really noticed is that your work is so gentle and so flowing, yet so powerful. And it often, when we're in session, you'll be doing your thing, and I'll be thinking, okay, I'm not getting anything. And before we're done, I'm all in tears, and all these things have come up, and it's, sometimes it takes a minute for it to sink down in there. Okay, yes, what are we reaching for today? Exactly. What are we uplifting today? Right? Yes, and for you to let it in. Absolutely. And I tell you, it has been so much more than I expected it to be in so many ways. And it has helped me, like I said, and not just the issue that I went there with, but yes, every area of my life. That's and brought me so much closer to even my own guardian angels that I have a great relationship with anyway. Oh. It reminds me, it keeps me in that regular balance of going to them, exactly, going to them on a daily, almost hourly, maybe more often some days. I'm glad you're here. I feel your presence, a more personal communication with them. Yes, it's on an all-the-time basis. Such a blessing on an all-the-time basis. I love how you said that. Yes, on an all-the-time basis. And I'd like to bring in another quick thing too, because maybe some other people are experiencing this, maybe not. when I was very young, my upbringing, my Christian upbringing was, in the denomination I was in, was very, very strict, and they had some rules that I thought were a little strange to me anyway, but it was very specific that you don't pray to anybody but God. And when I talk to God, that's prayer. So I'm like, am I praying to the angels if I talk to the it sounds ridiculous, but it was a big dilemma for me. And it may be for some other people too. That's why I wanted to bring it out, is that I don't pray to the angels per se.
Yes.
But when I went and I had a talk with God about this and said, okay, I'm having a little confusion and difficulty here. So, what do you think? What do you have to tell me about it? And he laughed and he said, I'm so happy that you're using the resources that I've provided for you.
Yes.
So,
messengers.
Absolutely. Because how can you hear me if you're not listening to my messengers?
Exactly.
So you keep asking me things and then you don't hear the answers. So these messengers are very, very important. And they are part of your connection to God. And they are a huge part of your blessings from God. No matter, what your nationality, your religion, or whatever.
Or your spiritual path, it doesn't matter. God and the angels support us no matter what.
That's right.
You have to, quote unquote, have to be a particular religion or faith.
You do not. Or any for that matter.
Or even what?
Or any for that matter.
Or any, exactly. They are completely accessible, available, non-denominational, here to help us in our lives, to make our lives better, to help us, through intense times, through times of joy as well. They're here to uplift us as part of our beautiful birthright blessings.
And that's their entire purpose. So if we're denying them, we're denying them the right to live their purpose.
Exactly.
How sad is that?
Receive.
So yes, open to receive. I just wanted to bring that up because, like I said, for me, silly as it sounds, it was an important thing.
No, it is important. It doesn't sound silly at all, Sherry. I think a lot of people think about that. And they don't want to discount God or discount the angels, but ultimately they are one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Rachel, I understand. I know that we can't talk forever here as much as I would like to. And I understand that you work with women. And I really want to find out more about that while we still have time. So please tell us about the offerings that you have for the women. You've told us a little bit so far about the sanctuary journey and your certification. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so of course I have my Angelic Sanctuary Journey. We're going to be starting our next full year in May, on May 8th. And the certification program will be coming back around for women, and that's going to be looking like the August time frame to start that certification program. But for the time being, sooner, I've got a couple of different things. One is I have an upcoming masterclass, which is happening a week from today, and that is April 28th. Yay! It is the 7 steps to live a miraculous life with the angels. And so we're going to put the link in the chat for everyone in the comments. And actually, since I'm live right now with you on your page, I can pop it in right there. So that's the 7 steps to live a miraculous life with the angels. It's a complimentary masterclass. And Sherry is
sweet.
Yes, it's so cool.
It's a great little program, and it has so much packed in it, and it brings so much peace. You will really, really enjoy it. And for free, Rachel, what a great offering. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Providing that to all of our folks.
You're welcome, absolutely. And it's a 90-minute class that's going to be in Pacific time from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Pacific. And this beautiful masterclass is going to be an opportunity for you, dear ones, and it's dialed in for women. I also do support men as well, and a little bit after this I'll share with you the different ways that men can connect with me. But in this masterclass, it is to support you to move with more power and joy in your life, trusting in your deeper calling and your gifts, ladies, uplifting your family, your community, and those that you serve on your beautiful soul's purpose, whether that is as an entrepreneur or on your career path, whatever you're doing in your life, and tapping into the beautiful divine resources that we are meant to receive as part of our divine birthright blessings. We'll be activating those blessings in this powerful masterclass, everyone. I'm so looking forward to it. And also, as part of the activation of our divine birthright blessings, it'll support you, ladies, to move more victoriously in your life so that you are able to amplify healing and optimal well-being, so you can feel more vibrant and fully alive, so you can receive divine guidance that we talked about earlier, right, Sherry?
Yep, absolutely.
So you can make more, so you can make more confident choices from a place of peace and ease. Also to break free from stress, anxiety, and worry, and step more into relaxation, calm, and renewal. So much more, and ultimately to become unshakable in your life and calling in beautiful new opportunities with the angels, with the divine messengers of God, and also to help you to have more connection, joy, ease, certainty, and love on a daily basis.
That's just where I was going to go. It makes your every day sweeter, because no matter what you're going through, you know you're not alone, and the rest of the time, if you're not going through, you just got more energy, more upbeat. You can just feel the heavenly fluff around you. You know, the whole thing. It's wonderful. It lifts you up through the day and carries you. And it's just really a beautiful state to be in. And you can be in that state all the time, every day. Why not? Why not?
Exactly. Why not? I love it. Why not?
Why not?
And I encourage you, ladies, to join us live for the whole masterclass and receive a beautiful bonus gift to catalyze even more blessings in your life. And I'm really
awesome. That sounds so exciting. I can't wait to see what it is.
Yay! So that's a week from today on Friday, the 28th of April at noon Pacific Standard Time. I popped the link in the comments. I'll make sure after we're live that I'll add it into the other streams so you can register complimentary, ladies, and I'm looking forward to it. And then for men, because I know that this is on your page, Sherry, and you have some men Facebook friends.
Absolutely.
I have my business page, which is Divine Guidance with Rachel Cooley. And I also have my YouTube channel, Rachel Cooley 444, where I have my angel card reading videos. And I also share my angel card reading videos in my Facebook group, the Angel Sisterhood Group for Divinely Thriving Women. So,
because there are a lot of people that think that men aren't into any of these things, but they are.
They are.
And they need them too. We all need them.
They do, absolutely. In fact, my husband, Ben, took an angel course with me on my second certification with the angels in 2004. We took it together.
Oh, how fun.
Which is awesome. We went to Hawaii for that. And then my brother Mark Mesidorian also works with the angels as well. I started a family trend.
I guess.
In 99.
Good for you. And it's still rolling good, rolling wonderful.
Exactly. I love it. And Lydia's sharing miracles are really happening.
Absolutely. We have miracles every day in our group.
Exactly.
Every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Every time we have healings, we have miracles, we have aha moments and understanding of things that we couldn't figure out before, and just the uplifting, like I said, it's wonderful.
It's incredible.
Great way to
it's beautiful.
Get your day and your week going. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So
and Rachel, I am in your presence is so joyful and so happy. I just feel different when I'm with you. You bring an angelic energy in everything that you do. And you are such a true gift to me, to the women you work with, to the world. And because of you, I feel so much more angelically supported right now and every day. Thank you so much, Rachel, for taking the time to join us today and sharing your amazing story and all your gifts with us, and for the special gifts for our listeners. Thank you so very much for being with us today.
Oh, you're so welcome, Sherry. Thank you so much for having me on. I am honored to be your first interviewee on your life sculpting page and on your Sherry Quarnstrom page. I mean, what a joy and an honor, sister. And it uplifts me so much to see the beautiful blessings that have come to you and the major shifts that have happened through the last year of the sanctuary. And I'm super excited to see what's going to happen this next year, your second year.
I am too. I'm very excited. Very, very excited.
Awesome. It's so awesome. And it's such a blessing to bring the light and the love and the angels, because I have received so many blessings, like I shared about earlier, but I am so passionate to share it with as many people as I can, and to take the women in my programs even more in depth to even more miracles and blessings with the angels.
Absolutely. And I am committed to helping you do that.
Thank you.
Do it in such a beautiful, wonderful way with so much ease and grace. So again, tell us the time and the date for your freebie that you're offering everybody, your beautiful free gift.
Okay, thank you so much, Sherry. It's a week from today, and it is April 28th from noon to 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. time. I popped the link in so you can register. It's complimentary, it's free, and it's a 90-minute masterclass with the angels. It's dialed in for women, and like I said, for the men, I've got some other spots for you as well on my YouTube channel and my business page, Divine Guidance of Rachel Cooley. So
awesome. We look forward to seeing everybody there.
absolutely.
So for now, thank you again so very much for being here. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you for joining in, and whether you're listening now or later, welcome, and look forward to seeing you at the masterclass.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing you there. We are so grateful. It's so great that Lydia's here with us, right? And she's, before
absolutely.
Sherry, Lydia shared, congratulations, Sherry. Sherry, so beautifully said. Yes.
Thank you, Lydia.
Isn't that
so nice to have you join us.
It's so cool. And she said, Rachel and Ben are meant to be so much, and Rachel and her angels help women and entrepreneurs. So beautiful. Thank you, Lydia, for your comments.
Absolutely.
And for your
Thank
friend
you for being
as well.
here.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, everybody. That's it for today. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you again. Take care.
Bye for now. Angel.
Bye-bye.